Hello, this is Mark from I'm Organic Gardening, located in Zone 6B in the state of New Jersey. And today I'm going to give you an update on my raised bed. I added another layer on it. I added some more leaf mold in there, some more soil, and the cover crop is growing, the winter rye. I want to just show you that. So a lot of people had questions how late you can plant it. I didn't get to plant this until about a month ago. The last time I did a video on this was about 2 months ago. I had a couple things I had to take care of and didn't get to it till about a month ago, and I put the seeds down, which I will show you a close-up. And what happened was we got snow and I thought they were going to die, but winter rye is very versatile. It only needs about 32 degrees to germinate, that's Fahrenheit, and I put that on top of the soil here. And like I said, we got about 5 inches of snow and didn't think anything was going to happen, and I want to show you. So let's get a closer look. As you can see here, I have the double layer on. It's about 20 inches from the soil to the top of this board here, and it's holding everything in nicely, no warping. And this is the side that I showed in the other video, that it's nice and smooth on this side, and I'll show the other side, and that's kind of more of an I-beam selection. So here I have that other design on the other side of the bed, and it's called an I-beam design because it looks like the letter I here. And this is just the board is in the middle, so it doesn't warp as much, and it gives it more strength to the bed on both things. And both pieces, this is a section here, and then I add a section on top, and I just put a couple screws in to keep it safe from not moving. Now you can see all this winter rye growing. This our temperatures got down to, let's say, 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It does extremely well and will hang in there. And you can see close up, there's more seeds in here that just were on the surface. And even here, something like this that was on the surface, hopefully you can see that this is on the surface, and it still grew in just one root going down there. So it doesn't take a lot to help that winter rye to get going. It's very strong and very unique type of seed that does well as a cover crop. Now I want to show you this because this is a layer of soil on top. It's about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick, a couple of branches in here, and a couple other acorns that was in my soil. But you can see the purpose of this is to have that mat here on top of all this winter rye growing, and those roots are going to go down to give air, like I mentioned in the other part, that this will give air to those leaves that is underneath the soil here. I can't get to it right now because this is frozen hard, and that's going to get down there and then give air to those leaves so everything can be released as soon as this unthaws, so the carbon dioxide can come back out of the soil because it's going to start decaying. And this leaf mold, this is not compost, this is leaf mold in here. And the difference between compost and leaf mold is that I didn't want it to heat up. I did use a thermostat or a probe with a temperature sensor on it before to show you that if you add grass clippings to it, if you're picking up from the lawn, that it would generate some heat but go away a lot quicker than compost. This is leaf mold, and I'm going to be growing lots of tomato plants in here in the springtime. And the best thing is that all this leaf mold underneath the soil that is going to be, let's say, decaying slowly and releasing nutrients to my tomato plants in the future, what's going to happen is that I'm going to require less watering than ever before, because that organic matter in here is going to hold lots of moisture. Not be wet, not be too dry, but just adequate enough to keep those tomato plants going through the whole season. Just moved to a different part of my garden, and we're looking here is the trellis that I grew my tomato plants on. Now what's below here is a natural what people call is a weed, but it's not a weed. It's called chickweed, and it's part of the herb family. And what that does is does the same thing as a cover crop. I didn't have to pay for it. Now what these two things do is they're both growing soil. And what I mean by that, there's a living root in the ground right now, and something called mycorrhizal fungi is attached to that and is opening up the soil for things to grow in that soil, meaning that mycorrhizal fungi is sending out small fibers in every single direction here and increasing the air gaps in the soil, allowing worms to feed properly and be balanced with the soil, meaning giving it room and not being compact. And also is that right now all those microbes in the ground that are dormant are not eating, well, especially the nematodes are not eating the mycorrhizal fungi, so they're actually growing more fungi in your soil. So what we're looking at here, this is my backyard lawn, and I want to kind of share something with you. In the springtime or even late fall, have you ever noticed that the lawn gets so green and looks so healthy again because it's not stressed out from the summer heat or anything that's going on? So right now, my lawn that I don't fertilize, I don't use any pesticides or herbicides, it's just pure natural. This will green up so much in the springtime because all that mycorrhizal fungi is growing in the soil right now, reaching out further and actually adding more spores to the ground and making that living root that's in the ground now that we need for our cover crop, just like our winter rye, that same grass root here that's surviving is also branching out that mycorrhizal fungi from that living root in the ground from the grass root, which is the host to that mycorrhizal fungi, that it's going to just have everything ready for it to work in the springtime. In the springtime, we have all the water we need still. We have food, which is organic matter, or even the parent material, sand, silt, and clay. And also, which is nice, is that we have temperature. And that temperature is perfect for those microbes to come back to work again and building and eating and pooping and then being eaten by something else again. And it all works so healthy in our grass, and that's why you don't have to fertilize it. Now, it will be stressed out during the summer. So what we're looking at here, this is my backyard lawn, and I want to kind of share something with you. In the springtime or even late fall, have you ever noticed that the lawn gets so green and looks so healthy again because it's not stressed out from the summer heat or anything that's going on? So right now, my lawn that I don't fertilize, I don't use any pesticides or herbicides, it's just pure natural. This will green up so much in the springtime because all that mycorrhizal fungi is growing in the soil right now, reaching out further and actually adding more spores to the ground and making that living root that's in the ground now that we need for our cover crop, just like our winter rye, that same grass root here that's surviving is also branching out that mycorrhizal fungi from that living root in the ground from the grass root, which is the host to that mycorrhizal fungi, that it's going to just have everything ready for it to work in the springtime. In the springtime, we have all the water we need still. We have food, which is organic matter, or even the parent material, sand, silt, and clay. And also, which is nice, is that we have temperature. And that temperature is perfect for those microbes to come back to work again and building and eating and pooping and then being eaten by something else again. And it all works so healthy in our grass, and that's why you don't have to fertilize it. Now, it will be stressed out during the summertime and those microbes will die off, but it will also come back in the future. I also want to thank everybody for their warm wishes and prayers for my son, because I lost my dog and he's having a tough time, like I said in the other short video. Your comments were so much appreciated. I believe we're one big family, and you look out for me, and I'm trying to help you look out for your garden also. But thank you so much for taking the time and expressing your feelings. Things are getting better, and again, we're just right around the corner for 2021 and looking forward to a beautiful gardening season. Can't wait for it. And the best thing about every single day is that we're getting one day closer to it. So let's make sure that we have a great year planting everything. I'm going to be doing a lot in the garden in the future, and I want to show you how things are progressing on the farm. I'm probably going to open up a farm stand this year, so we're going to be growing a couple different things. I'm going to show you the field later on in different videos and how to grow in containers and everything. So because what's going on lately, I don't know if you noticed it, but the price of food is going through the roof for me around here. And of course, I grow my own own stuff, but you know, there's certain things that you have to buy in the store. And boy, it seems like every time I go back to the store, if it was $7.99, now it's $8.99, and it's just crazy. So I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day and a great New Year's Eve, and we'll see how things go in the future. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye.